And boom, baby, it's the Mimi Show.
What's up?
Hey, everybody. It's the Mimi Show. As always, you know the Mimi Show is brought to you with the love and support of viewers like you. And Lil Skunky Products, Stay Skunky, and JV Media Productions, turn your vision into reality. And my newest sponsor, Olivia Jordan Photography. Get it done. Omar, you're
What's up?
back.
I'm back. Yes, thanks for having me back. I think we need to do some more like rolling stuff. Talk about how
Yes,
to's, tips, and tricks.
I've been bragging about about my new rolling techniques. I've been showing all my friends, look what I can do. But yeah, I like this new cylindrical way. You saw what I did last time, so I'm very excited to see what we're gonna do today, what we're gonna learn today.
I want to show you guys actually like some cheat codes,
Oh
right? So from,
shit.
from like yeah, from super beginner to advanced. And we'll just kind of go over it all real quick because like you don't have to know how to roll. It's great to know how to roll. And if you don't know how to roll, you can just get started anyway.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, if you want. So let me switch my camera so you can see my little workstation here. Give me one sec, and then we'll get started.
Okay. Thank you.
Let me try not to
Gonna
knock
have a
everything
good
over.
time.
And hopefully you can see my workstation.
Oh, yep, that's perfect. How do
Somewhere.
Omar? How do I get my hands on some like? Do you have a little box that has like a sample pack or something,
I
so I
do.
can make videos, show it off, and show my rolling skills?
I could send you one. I
That'd
got
be
you. I
great.
know a guy. I know the guy that makes these.
Okay, I
Now
I
I'm
would
just
like to show my skills
trying to
with
center it
with
there, but
Omar's tips.
ah, hold on a
Why is
second.
my internet being stupid? No, it's okay. It's okay.
I tried to center it like with the. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
like that.
Okay,
Okay. All right. So check this out. Actually, I want to show you a kind of a cheat code because
okay,
if you don't know how to roll, but you do have tips, like if you want to roll with just a regular kind of tip like this,
okay.
I don't know if you have one of these Glugar sticks or you
I
could use
did,
pretty
but
much
I
anything.
don't know where it is right now. I do. I just don't know where it is right now since
No
I'm
problem.
sitting here.
What I want to do is I want to use the cap. See the cap right here?
Yeah, you do.
Because what you can do is you can actually just kind of cheat and make yourself a cone.
Huh.
And so check this out. See, I have the cap in there.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna roll around it.
Uh-huh.
Dump the cap
Oh,
out.
you're making an empty little cylinder for
Yeah,
you
I'm
to
gonna.
stuff.
Yep. Uh-huh.
That was nice. That was trick number one.
Yep. I'm just licking it to close it up. But now see, you have a perfectly like hollow cone.
That's right. A
And then
cylindrical hollow
if you have
cone.
something like this, kind of like a little scooper, a little scoopy
I don't
thingy,
have that. That's fancy.
it's kind of that's pretty cool. It doesn't have to be this; it could be pretty much anything. But like, you get your flour in there,
Do you
kind of
have like a
funnel it.
microphone attached to it or something? I'm hearing once in a while like this brr thing.
No, I'm
No,
sorry.
it's just a phone
Yeah,
or just a camera. Okay, okay, okay. It's not.
awesome.
It's not happening anymore. It's okay.
All right,
Okay, so so you filled it in. So we're stuffing the cylinder
I filled it in, and you just pack it like a cone.
by using the lid of the glue gun
Yeah,
with the tip at the same time, just using it as a guide, like a guide.
exactly. Right. And you
Nice.
can use like a marker. You can use a pen. Just don't drop everything like I did, kind of right there.
Yeah, it's just a matter of
Yeah,
giving it something to be around on
right.
in front of the tip.
You can
Okay.
use like the pack of paper that you can fold it. Anything basically that you can funnel, or even grab one of these little funnels online. They're like $5 or something, but it helps to have a set of these little tools
I love it. I love it. Mira para
because
allá.
now,
I use my
yeah,
hands. I just be like filling it like with my hand. That's so much easier.
I see that.
Raw.
So now you just get a joint.
And ta-da! That's gonna be like a 2 grams, right?
I put I think it was like 1.5 in here right now. But yeah, you can fill this up to like maybe up to 2.5, 3 almost.
Okay.
So,
Is that
and, you know,
smart, or is that just a waste of weed to be filling them up and having that
so
much?
personally, if it's just for you, like I could
Yeah.
probably stop right here. This is maybe a gram. That's probably good enough for me.
Huh.
Because if it's too much, after about halfway through, it's going to start to taste gross. So you kind of, I want to say you ruin the lower part
Oh.
by having too much. But if you're in a group setting, like if it was 2 or 3 people, then yeah, right, fill it up all the way because it'll go quickly. But the more you have it for yourself, the longer the lower portion gets kind of gross. You lose a lot of flavor.
I've seen people like stop smoking when it's like a little, and I'm like, why? Why you?
And that's it, right?
To the end. I go to the end.
Gross.
I go to the wood.
Oh yeah, me too. Right, but and I also too, like I don't like to see waste because I always see a lot of like ashtrays that just have like roads like this big. You know, it's kind of a wasteful
I don't like
thing.
that.
Yeah, so that is kind of like a personal preference kind of thing. It's really up to you.
Yeah,
So
I want to smoke it to the end till you're
and
done.
Yeah, exactly. Twist it up. Now I can show you the second way. Well, this one I could just close it up. I made a little tiny guy.
You got your scissor. That's right.
Get your cap again or anything to just kind of flatten the top out. And then you could just very quickly make a quick little cone of stuff.
Yeah. Like
So
a little cannon, like a little cannon.
Yeah. And it works with basically any size tip and any paper as long as the paper's wide enough to fit around the tip, right? So you can just experiment and do it that way. So there's like, you can cheat. You don't have to know how to roll. It's a super quick way to have a really cool
No, that looks super easy. That looks super easy. And it makes sense. I'm excited to do it. When I get your little sample pack, I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna roll, and it's gonna be great.
Let me clean this up a little bit here. Make sure we're still in frame. Cool.
Yeah, we're good. I'm over here trying to roll a joint the Omar way that I've learned. So I'm very proud. I'm so proud. Nice. I'm so proud.
How's it looking? It's looking great.
It's looking right. It's looking like I learned something.
Perfect. And then I'll show you now kind of the more advanced way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
This was if you're ready, right?
Okay.
So there's like a lot of different ways to roll. I don't think there's any right or wrong way, but there's definitely lots of ways I don't recommend doing it. Lots of ways that I do recommend doing it, right? So the first thing I do recommend is always take that crease out. We kind of covered that last time a little bit, right?
Yeah, you said that. I thought I was using it. I thought it was helping me, but then you told me about the air coming through.
Yeah, you leave a little channel that air and the resin can kind of melt down and just cause a run and get it to canoe. You don't want to do
that. Right. So, and I always wonder why that happens.
Yeah.
That could be one of the reasons.
I like to keep too, like when you're rolling, measure everything out too. These are just happen to be already I ground it before we got on here. Measured 1.5 grams. And these are like little shot glasses that you see like at the supermarket, right? These are perfect for little portions. And so what I like to do.
You're so specific, Omar.
I know. See, if you get your tools, like there's like specific things you need. Just once you have one of it, like it's gonna make your whole rolling life easier. It's just like you really need the tools of the trade, right?
Yeah.
And then like there's some of the stuff that you don't realize that's happening when someone's rolling. Like for example, I'm gonna purposely put my thumb kind of towards the left side of the paper here.
Okay.
Because I'm leaving room ahead of time for the tip. So I don't really.
Oh, you're gonna do that thing where you put the tip in at the end. I'm so bad at that. I'm still learning.
And this would help. See, just kind of ahead of time, I'm dedicating this left part to the tip. Then what I'll do is I'll just kind of pour everything evenly. Oops, without spilling everything.
That's not even, Omar.
Not even at all. All right.
Look at my joy. That's not bad.
So now, I left a little bit here of that room, right? What I like to do now is I like to actually, with these 2 fingers, just gently pack it down. See how I'm doing this motion here? Because I want to.
What if it's so sticky? What if it's so sticky?
That's even better. But what I like to do is, I am getting some stuck to my finger, so I just kind of gently sprinkle it back over. So there's really nothing on my fingers. So I got it centered here, and now what I do is I'm making the two pieces of paper touch on top. Can you see
Okay.
that? See how I'm making them touch? And I just rock
Yeah.
it back and forth.
Oh,
As
so
if
much
I'm-
freaking
yeah.
patience.
What I'm doing is I'm shaping a little cylinder in there,
Yeah.
and I can gently
And
tap.
I'm
the edges.
holding my breath.
Yeah, don't hold your breath. Try. Yeah, make sure you.
I'm holding my breath to get, like if I'm the one doing it, I don't want to get it wrong.
So I don't know how close I can get to the camera. Let's see. Can you see how it's just
I
like a
see you.
little cylinder, right?
Uh-huh.
Now this is where it gets a little tricky because you can get your tip, and I already had that little room left over.
Yeah.
See that? So now it fits
Uh-huh.
without me having to fight it very much, and it's already flat.
Yeah.
Let me separate these here.
Wait, we can't see your hands. Ooh, I'm
One
sorry.
sec. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, see what, there's two different motions that I'm going to do. With this hand here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be straightening the flower that's in the cylinder just to make sure I'm getting a nice round shape.
Yeah.
And then with this other hand, I'm
You're holding on tight to the tip.
Yeah, I'm holding on tight. So I'm going to twist and stretch. And honestly, like you could do this and start over and over and over and mess up and just keep making a mess. The more you do it, your muscle memory starts kicking.
Practice. That's right.
So as I'm twisting the tip, I'm rotating.
Oh. And then you put the little glue. Mira para allá, qué lindo, qué lindo.
Look at that, look at that. I'll bust out the
Qué
glue that I
lindo.
like. Gently, not too much.
Right.
Yeah, let me do it off camera because I can do it evenly.
Okay. But we get the
There
point.
All right. So I got the glue. Now what I do is I don't loosen the grip I have here. I keep on holding tight. But with my other hand, I just gently close the glue.
Mm-hmm.
Rub on the glue line so it sticks.
Mm-hmm.
And then you ended up with that.
And ta-da.
Yep. Now all that
You make it look so easy.
You know, it does, after a little bit, it does get easy. It seems like it's hard, but I'm telling you, trust your muscles.
Just putting the tip in after I've set the weed, it just seems like wrong.
No, yeah, right. But it just think backwards, right? Once I finish this part, I just tap it because you're kind of compacting the weed towards the tip, so there's no gap.
Yeah, like gravity do a job.
Gravity, exactly. And then remember the cap. Anything really cylindrical, just push it down gently until it resists.
But these glue guard caps are perfect, though.
They are perfect. So see how it's like nicely.
That's right.
Compacted. It's nicely centered. I'm going to close it up.
I want to draw attention to the tenacity, to the finger, to the softness. I want to draw attention to the time that you're not rushing, but it is it is moving forward and from one step to the next.
Yes.
It's smooth. You know, it's smooth. I told you I hold my breath.
After a while, it's like to your workflow, right? You get used to it. You know what comes next, you know, and once you do, I'm telling you, look at that.
Let me have it. Give it to me. Give it to me.
There you go. It's yours.
Thank you.
That's cool. See that? Easy.
That's
now
beautiful.
You mentioned the hardest part is the rolling tip. So I can show you what I do to help you practice that. I actually do it without any weed in there. Just get a piece of paper in the tip, and then just kind of start learning how to grip it tight right here.
Yeah.
And then doing that rotating movement.
El tricky.
Right. And there it is.
Ese es el tricky.
And just over and over, or a couple times. Once you get used to the way it works, it seems like it's super easy. So yeah, just put it over the rotate.
Ese es el tricky.
Boom.
Mira para allá.
See how you made
Man,
that perfect?
effortless.
Yeah.
Effortless. Oh my.
And this same technique with just being a little more careful to balance the weed in there, right? So just learning that alone right there is going to help you quite a bit. A lot.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. It's not fair. Yes, it is, because you put time. I just want to wake up and be great. Oh my God, I just want to wake up and
You
be great at
can.
everything.
I mean, you are, right?
And be great at everything.
Yeah. Now check this out. Imagine if you just make like 10 of these for yourself.
Right?
You know, so you got a whole pack, just sit there, and it's like, it's soothing. It's something you could just sit there and, you know, grind, pack, make yourself set
Oh,
for the
okay.
week.
You're saying like therapeutic to have
Yeah, exactly.
like a
Exactly.
craft. It's like a
Yep.
handcraft. Ah,
And then, you know, you come out with these great looking rolls. And now
beautiful.
you can leave it at that, but I do recommend learning how to roll, because once you get the precise movement down, it's perfect. And you know, it's pleasurable to smoke, because it's not rough, it's not harsh, and it's
It's
actually
impressive.
better. Yeah, a better experience, I think.
It's
personally.
and it's nice to smoke a nice looking joint rather than what I used to do.
Yeah, maybe we should roll
It's
another one.
nice. Do it again.
So,
Do it again.
all
Oh,
right.
do the thing that you did last time. The trick. I want to see that. I've been thinking about
Which
that
one?
since last time you did it. When you you closed it and then you lit the edge and then it just popped off.
Yeah, I could do that. Let's do that.
Do that.
Where's my lighter? Hold on, let's see. It's in my pocket. Ran away.
That shit was so cool. Since last time I've been thinking about it. I'm like, this man just went phoop phoop and then it popped right out.
Let's see if I can say it right there. Okay.
Okay, he's gonna do it.
So this, the
Gonna
way
do
that
it.
I flattened the top there, so this is what's called popping the crown, right? Let's see, right?
Popping the crown. Okay.
So you get preferably a torch, and then you put the edge, and you kind of just gently kiss the paper, rotating it.
There you go.
Where am I? Right there. So I burnt it, and then that way you could just
Mira para allá, qué loco.
feel a little cap. So now you have it like nice
That's
and
just
even
cool
on
and
top.
adorable. Yeah.
When you light it now, it should be nice and smooth, even.
So why don't we want to light it like with the paper though? Or
Well,
does it not matter?
What the best thing to do, because if you're looking to taste it, like really taste the flower,
Mhm.
if you light it with the paper on there, your first hit is gonna be half paper, half flower. So you're not gonna get like the nice terp taste. So now that there's no paper, when I do light it, my first inhale is just flower material that I'm tasting, and not yucky paper.
The regular surrounding paper.
Yeah, and on top of that, little, when you wrinkle the paper up to close it and you light the paper, it could potentially cause an uneven light, and then you get a little run. So
since I learned how to do these these tops like that, they do burn more evenly.
They do. And so like there's kind of a little bit of science behind what's happening. So when we rolled it, we packed it. Remember I told you we pack it so it resists. So what we really did was got rid of all the little air gaps.
Mm-mm.
And then by lighting it evenly, the weed is more compressed, so it's burning evenly, burning hotter and smoother. That way you don't get the nasty runs, and that's why it's a much better smoke.
Is that your normal amount you smoke? Is that size joint, or do you roll smaller?
I usually, personally, I like to do about a gram at a time, so a little bit smaller. This is probably something I would share with one person.
Yeah.
Or like today, I'll probably just, finish this whole thing. But usually it's just about a gram. And the reason for me is because that's how much my throat can really stand before I start to get, like scratchy or harsh, and it starts to be unpleasant.
Huh.
Yeah, for me at least. So like it
Yeah,
starts to hurt.
you know that. Like how many people know that? You know that though.
Yeah, I just kind of like, gram is good. And then when you smoke it, you should just take like long, gentle hits, because you'll start to notice the resin ring growing around the tip. That means you packed it, rolled it perfectly, and it's blending
Nice.
evenly. Yeah.
So we need about a half a shot of weed every time.
Yeah,
About a,
half a shot of weed will do it. Yeah, you're right. Half a shot. And remember,
about a half a shot of weed. That's your dose.
get a scale and measure them out. Right? So remember, learn the math. The half a gram, 1 gram. 1.5.
I know you want me to learn that.
Mm-hmm.
More math.
More math, but you know that's good math.
Look at that. That's
Fun-
a nice.
math.
That's a nice joint. That's a nice joint.
Yeah.
Do you roll blunts the same way? Do you roll blunts at all?
I do roll blunts. I actually rolled blunts the exact same way. That might be a
I'd like
cooler
to
episode.
see that.
I don't have
Yeah.
any blunt wraps here, but hey, that's episode
Let's
3,
do it.
right?
Let's do a blunt episode.
I do what I like to do while we're talking on them. Don't be afraid to cut the leaf for your blunts into the rectangular shape, because they're always a funky, pointy shape when you roll a blunt. Just treat it like a piece of paper. Use the same technique, the same way you hold the tip. But the difference is that you're going to put a bunch of glue on there instead of licking it, because it'll stick it shut.
We're gonna have to, when you come back next time you come, we're gonna do blunt rollings.
Blunt rolling 101 with Omar rolls it. Yeah, it's the blunt.
Do you know how to make the cones? Do you know how to make the cones actually be shaped like a cone?
Yes. Like
you know what I'm
the
talking about? Yeah. So and not
Cone.
cylindrical. Do you know how to make them like triangular, like a cone, like?
Oh, you be like the actual shape?
Yeah.
No, but I'm going to learn. I haven't done that yet. I've seen it done, but I haven't done it yet. I'm more of a
you're gonna be
circle
good.
guy.
Yeah. Well, I'd never seen it in circles until I moved to California and I went to these weed events and I got to see you guys roll, quote the right way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's new to me, and I've fallen in love, and I'm happy that I can do what I do now. See, look, that's pretty.
I can show you guys. I can show you guys one more.
Yes, one more.
So let me put this down right here.
Okay. Where your ashtray?
Oh, it's over here. There you go. Ashtray. So, that was the king size paper, but not everybody uses or wants to use king size paper. So now we're talking about the regular joints, right? Normal size 1 1/4 papers, smaller
little
ones.
babies. Okay. I don't like those so much.
They're not as bad once you with the right technique, right? So this one, I only do, remember the math, like 0.75 is probably the best. Not quite a gram, not quite half, but
yeah, just under a gram. So it's less than that shot. Less than half a shot. Like 3/4 shot.
So I'm gonna do this one with the tip after the fact.
Okay.
So,
the hard way.
Yeah, not really. Yeah, but don't worry too much about like if you're spilling. Don't worry if it falls over the edge. Like, don't be afraid to make a mess, because you just scoop it up. I'm using the same technique. Everything's the same. Little cylinder.
You're doing the 60. Right? You're touching things. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna tuck it.
And then you're gonna insert the tip because you have it open.
Exactly.
Nice. I'm telling you, I'll be one of those people that can watch the workout and not work out, and I feel just as accomplished. That's how I feel watching you. Watching you roll. I'm like, oh, look at that. We did that.
All right. So this is kind of where people stop.
Yeah.
And it's okay. So right now it looks like it's a little loose. So if you were to smoke it right now, it would be harsh. Everything would fall out. So you just get any packing tool.
Yeah.
And pack both ends.
Huh. Isn't that pushing it to the top?
I'll bring it to the camera so you can see kind of where I ended up. Where am I? See how like both ends are hollow?
Yeah.
That's what I want, because the center is now like perfectly packed. Yeah. So now what I do is you grab anything really, like a skewer, a pan or whatever, and I'm gonna pack it. I'm gonna roll the regular tip.
There goes another trick.
Yeah,
That's
see,
your
just a
thing.
little
That's how
paper.
you do your. Yeah.
And I made a paper perfectly round tip.
A perfect little roundy.
So now what I do is I find one of the ends here, and I'll just pick one. Like I'll do it right here. I'll insert the
Mhm.
tip, and I'll let it expand on
Expand.
its own.
But then that's when you end up putting the thing inside, right? You do
Yep.
the little fun stuff in the inside.
You can create a design, or you can grab another one of these tips. It's okay to use
Yeah.
more than one, right? And if you just kind of quickly want, you could just mash it up.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy, and then just kind of insert it back in there.
And there you go.
Pack it back.
I swear you make this look so easy. I
Yeah.
swear you did.
This is what most people have, just the regular tips. So I mean,
Yeah.
do it this way, right? Like quick.
That's right. I've never
Exactly,
done it
quick.
that way like that. I do the
Yeah,
like I zigzag it and then I wrap it around.
that's cool too, right? And that's so at the tip, with the tip. So
That's the only way I've ever learned.
All right. Tried all the different ways because I like 99% of the time this is what I grab. Like when I'm out and about working, whatever. This little paper, quick one, less than a gram, perfect. And then when I have the time, I'll make that nice 1.5 or more.
The thick boys, yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of 3 methods there to get you started. You know, then
To
there's
get you rolling a nice smooth,
Yeah.
and then so we have, make sure you measure your amount. It's about
Mhm.
half a shot glass.
yeah, half a shot glass is perfect. A full shot glass for the long days, right? A little
Yeah.
less for
And then we have a shout out to Glue Guard for having the perfect size cap and
yes, exactly. And the tips are the same size as the cap. You know, and
right, you're aligned. You're aligned.
get yourself a kit, all the little tools, just have them in one spot, and then it's like anything else, like a toolkit for your car or whatever. You got everything you need in one spot, and
In
it
one
just really
place.
it removes the like stress out of it, and it becomes fun to do on your own.
Right, because you have it has a home.
Right.
All your little things
Exactly.
have a home.
Exactly. So yeah,
Oh, Omar, let me see your face.
let me flip it around. Yeah. Where was I?
There we are.
Wait,
We matched the red today.
the red's the color for today.
Yeah.
Good choice.
We matched the red.
Yep.
Thank you for showing. You know what? I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna get some of those tips from you because I want to learn how to do the bigger rolls.
Yeah.
Because I do the babies. I do the little babies. But see, this
That
is
was
how
good
it's
too.
better than it is, right?
Damn, see, yeah, that's not bad. That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
telling you, I'm not who I used to be.
Wow. Pro rollers. See, and everybody watching is a pro roller now too. Just rewatch
Right, and
it, save
it doesn't take much. You really have the way you
Yeah.
teach is mira.
Yeah, you know, just
'Cause-
keep it real, right? It's not as scary as it looks. Make it fun. Everybody learns.
Yeah.
That's how I roll.
That's how Omar rolls.
That's how I roll.
Okay, thank you so much, Omar,
You're
for coming
welcome.
back. And I'm gonna practice, and I'm gonna wait to get some of your tips too, and show those off. I want like a little set with all. So let me know what I need to do to get like
I
a
got you.
sample pack, an
I got
Omar's
you.
sample pack.
I got you.
And the next time we're
Blunts.
gonna do blunts,
Blunts
and
101.
then let's bring, and I'll have the same tools. Some everybody uses the oh my god, why is it skipping my brain? The
thing.
Woods, backwoods.
Backwards. Oh yeah, backwards. Backwards are good. Yeah.
So I'll get some backwoods. I'll get some of the blunts that are already like the filled up, the white owls and all that, and and I'll get a couple different kinds and see what techniques you could show me, and I'll put the camera in a way so that I also can show my space.
That's perfect.
And we'll learn some blunt rolling because I got my joint now. Now my next step is doing the thicker boys and doing the blunts. So when I go out to hang out with new friends, and I'm like, yeah, I roll, and then I'll pull out all these. I'm gonna show out. It's gonna be great. Thank you again for coming
You're
and for
welcome.
being on the Mimi Show and showing and informing and showing people how to do things better
Right. And have fun doing it while you're doing it.
and
And
have
be
fun
happy.
and have your tools and be
Right.
happy.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you,
Cool.
Omar.
Bye.
That was today
Thanks
for the
again.
Mimi Show lesson.